everyone, welcome to Devops and Socks. So sorry I didn't do a video last week, but this is what I was supposed to do. So today I want to be talking about my experiences at KubeCon. I went on a diversity scholarship, so I got to have some kind of unique experiences by being a diverse member and meeting some other diverse people. So yeah, I'm just going to talk about that. So day one, walking in, that was super overwhelming. I walked in by myself. I was gonna find some friends and stuff, and coworkers. But I walked in and I was like, holy crap, this is a lot of people. There was just so many people, and not only that, but I probably could count on two hands how many females I saw. Probably, honestly, less than that, and that was crazy too. And I know a lot of people throughout the conference told me like, this is awesome. Like, there's so many more females than before. Okay, well, we have a long way to go because there's not that many, but there are so many amazing females in the space. And I have to say, like, the fact that everyone in the community preaches diversity, I think it's working. I think Kubernetes definitely feels like an awesome and a safe space for diverse members of the community. And I got to meet so many diverse members. It's just that there is probably like a couple hundred when there needs to be a couple thousand, and that's just what it is. So the keynotes were kicked off by Michelle, and I have the privilege and honor of already knowing her through Microsoft. She's one of the devs in the Steel Thread team, and I'm one of the PMs in the containers team. So I have already gotten a chance to get to know her, but it was great to see someone as poised and young and excited as her taking the big stage of Kubernetes. Sorry, my head just kind of itches. All right, taking the big stage. That was great. Her energy went through the room, and she's honestly someone that I think a lot of us look up to, a lot of us young females, seeing that she's doing great, she's doing awesome things, and she's so confident too. It's awesome.
Hey everyone, my name is Amy, and my experience at KubeCon was super fun. I am a systems engineer at Heptio, and when I went to KubeCon, I went to go represent them as well. So let's see some of the highlights. So I really enjoyed the Women of Kubernetes dinner, so that was super great because it happened actually at the beginning of the conference, and I was able to meet a lot of familiar faces, a lot of new faces, and I think it was really great strategically to have that dinner at the beginning of the conference, just because it was a chance to like meet new friends and see old faces, to hang out with the entire conference. It was just a great chance to connect with everyone, and it was just like a super heartwarming experience. So another thing that happened was I was a speaker at KubeCon. Definitely felt super nervous, but I felt like the organizers did a really great job of with the lineup and everything. So the night before my talk, I was definitely super nervous, and I prepped into the late hours of the night, preparing, looking over my slides, practicing my demo. I think that's like normal for most speakers, right? So I was really glad to have done my talk, I think, on the second day of KubeCon, just because then I could, like finally breathe and really enjoy my experience for the rest, and like go to talks and things like that for the rest of KubeCon. And when I got on stage, it was a super natural feeling experience. My nerves immediately went away, and I just went into, go mode or whatever. I practiced so much, and then finally I was on stage to be able to talk about what I knew. My talk was called Introduction to Kubernetes Building Helm Charts from the Ground Up. So I was sort of talking, so it was very much an intro talk, and about going from a container to a container orchestrator, and then to package management. So that was my main talk. Definitely check it out. Another thing that's unexpected was I really enjoyed booth duty. So when I had gone to KubeCon, it was actually my third day of joining Heptio, and it was really awesome to be able to see my coworkers because we're all super remote. And also the other great thing was just seeing people come up to Heptio and like talking to us about like how our products could help solve the problems they've come across, or just inquiring about Heptio and like knowing about Heptio. That was super awesome, just to like have that rapport with the community, you know? And overall, I think it's just great to be able to see the people, like, again, that you've like talked to online for so long, and to be able to put like a face to the avatar, or like the face to the handle, is just a super awesome experience. Definitely, if you're interested in going to KubeCon, you should definitely go. This year, I think there were 150 diversity scholarships. So, if you identify as a underrepresented demographic, definitely apply for the scholarship. It's a super great opportunity for you to go if you don't have the resources to. My company sent me, but I have a lot of peers who applied for the diversity scholarship and landed it, and they had a super amazing time. Bye!
Hi, my name is Celina, and I'm a software engineer at Capsulate based in Brooklyn, New York. I went to KubeCon in Austin this year, where I met Ria and Amy, and it was so much fun. I learned so many things and met amazing people. I had a really great time just being in a great environment where I felt safe to be myself, and I could talk about all my cool interests, and everyone else was so excited to talk about theirs too. It got me really excited for the adult world, actually, because I kind of felt like all that excitement would die down after college and stuff. But after going to KubeCon, I'm really excited to do more of that and talk at conferences and meet more people just involved in doing what we love to do. So that was super great. So I was part of a diversity scholarship where people from underrepresented groups were given a scholarship to attend KubeCon, and I was fortunate enough to be the recipient of one of these scholarships. So I was very happy about that. And during the diversity luncheon, where all the recipients got together to eat lunch and socialize, I talked about how I was the only female full-time developer at my company at the time, and which was true as of yesterday. We just hired our data science intern full-time. So that's super exciting. But so yeah, we were a company of 21 people. I was the only female engineer, and that was really interesting. And it was kind of, I felt like the whole interview process in terms of coming here and like, you know, dealing with stuff here, it's been an overall positive for sure. So there's a lot of reasons why girls feel insecure in this industry, and I'm sure all of you watching this know a couple. So because of that, they push themselves into these roles where you're not as, the way she described it was getting your hands on the keyboard, like doing really heavy coding all day, every day as your main role. They'll kind of get pushed into product roles or designer roles where you're making wireframes or kind of coming up with the conception of ideas and stuff, but you're not really in the nitty-gritty ocean of like figuring out which package, like a vendoring package manager to use or something like that. Or like how to write, or what's the best way to write your tests. You're not going to get involved in that. So I did experience a little bit of that here. So anyway, my point being is that when it came to design our web app for our security product, I was like the first in line that they called to be like, you should be part of the UX design. I think you'll be great at it, and like you'll be the best at it, which is super true. I did think I would be the best at it, no lie. But I also did remember what that woman said to me. She worked at a bank. I don't remember which one, but she was like, you can keep doing these things, but as long as you still keep coding and you know that you love it, you should keep doing that. So I put that in the back of my head. I, still made the wireframes for them. I designed a new UX process, but I would come to work every day and the day would go by slower. Not because I didn't really like the work, but I just think it wasn't as like mentally rigorous and stuff. And the day usually goes fast when you're busy and stuff. So I did make it a point to myself to keep coding at least for like 30% of my time, whether it be like just kind of fixing bugs on other projects or just trying something new. I did make it a point to let everybody know that I still want to keep coding. I was hired here as an engineer and I want to keep engineering. And they said, okay, great. And I didn't receive any pushback there. And I think the main lesson to be learned there is that if you do feel inferior, or if you're gonna like feel that a certain way, that you're gonna get profiled into a certain role just because of like your background or your gender or whatever, you might think it's like in a bad intention, but I don't think that's always the case. And it certainly might be coming from a weird derogatory place. But in this case, it was just because they simply just didn't know that I really wanted to keep engineering. And now I am a full-time DevOps person. It's super great. I love it. And yeah, I also did learn a lot about designing, which I've always actually wanted to do. Is that going to KubeCon, the year after I went to this conference, the one where I met the banking lady at, going here really solidified that idea that people can really make it big as coders and like project managers, or like and designers. You can really follow each like path of passion that you have and still make it, and you don't have to be profiled to one certain thing. And that was super, super inspiring. So I'm really happy to see all the different types of people at KubeCon and like talk to everybody and just see them like really doing what they love to do and just thriving in life. And I think that was the best part, just seeing everyone like super happy about stuff.